Hi everyone, I am SorryAboutThatBabe, and this is Crazygamingdayz, and this is Yogi Bear. And we are playing this for the Super Nintendo, and a couple things to go over when I'm starting this run. One is that for every hit I take, I will donate $5. And Yogi also says, hey, hey, when he gets hit, so if you guys in the crowd want to, say hey, hey with me, that'd be great. The second thing is bear puns. Anybody chatting, very much encouraged. Please give me all your bear puns. And the third thing is the incentive was met, so when the timer starts, I will turn into Yogi, best I can. So that being said, we can count us down. 3, 2, 1, go! Hype! Woo! Oh yeah, wait. Welcome to Yogi Bear, Adventures of Yogi Bear, starring me, Yogi Bear, and my good friend Crazygamingdayz. We're starting this level that is in the snow. And I want to start us off by asking my Yogi fans a very important question. What do you call Yogi in the cold? A brr. Thank you very much, guys. And okay, so let me start out by telling you guys a little. I didn't think you guys would be expecting Yogi Bear to give you some speedrun tech, but I'm starting you off with some. If you see on the lower right, we have the cake on the bottom, which is your health. You're allowed 5 hits before you no longer are a bear, and then 6 hit, and we are allowed three lives throughout this level. And basically, its game is pretty similar to games like Mario and games like Sonic, because at the end of the day, you have to go from left to right. Woo! And that's the first level, yay! Woo! Hype, hype, hype! I do have a question for my good friend Crazygamingdayz.
Now, what would that question be?
My question would be, since you're a Resident Evil runner, one of the best Resident Evil runners, thank you very much, I have to ask you, who is Yogi's favorite Resident Evil character?
Who would that be?
Barry Burton. So this jump would give Yogi the biggest trouble for the longest time. And I just took the first hit, so hey everyone, $5 for Prevent Cancer Foundation. And that was the first hit, hopefully not of many, but we're gonna try our very best not to take many more. So if you notice, you see Yogi bear hopping. I'm not gonna call it bunny hopping because I'm a bear. So you'll see me bear hopping because it's a tiny bit faster than just running. And you'll see that there are other animals here. If you notice, there is a hedgehog here. Shout out to my boy Sonic. But he is not as fast as Yogi in this game, unfortunately. Yogi is the fastest, faster than the average bear. Thank you very much. And that's the second level. Second level, everyone. Hype! Woo! Since we're in the snow, I gotta ask one more question for you guys. What's the difference between a bear in the Arctic and Yogi? We're polar opposites. Woo! Woo! Anybody who's watching at home, I hope you're giving the best bear puns you possibly have right now. And this level right here is, that was kind of scary. Yogi doesn't get scared too often, but that was a little scary. But if you notice that Yogi is moving faster than the average bear, and the rabbits can be quite difficult, but he's trying his very best. Oh my God, we took another hit. Hey! So that's $10 for Prevent Cancer Foundation. And we're almost at the end of this level. Each level is generally about a minute. Okay. Hey! Okay, that is a rare hit you can take in this game, where the rabbits have a weird hitbox, and you can actually take a hit, even if you have a perfect jump. So we're 3 hits in, and this is the last level of the snow business stage. Actually, this is a good time to do some donations.
Absolutely, I've got $100 here from Yogi Bear that says, hey, boo-boo.
Oh,
Let's get us a picnic basket of trans rights.
Ooh, trans rights.
$150 here as well from Mac. Hey, boo-boo.
Hey, boo-boo.
And let me see where I put it. It was right around here somewhere. Folks still recovering from that reset. $25 in from Landova. I panicked so hard I felt like I was at the disco.
Whoa!
Welcome to Awful Block, where the games are awful and the donation puns match.
Wow. We got time for one more.
Absolutely. Devious Davius sent in $50. Hooray, Awful Block. Super excited for the lineup tonight.
Woo! hype! And that is the end of the first, and this perfect timing. This is the end of the first world of the game, which is snow business. So we're moving on to the cave area, which, is a little bit difficult at first, but bear with me, I will do amazing. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, if you fall here, it takes quite a while for Yogi to actually die, and so it's quite embarrassing when you're falling.
But it's okay though. You're Yogi.
Exactly. Yogi can jump through anything. So if you notice, we see me jumping on baskets throughout this, and the baskets give you a boost. They do have food in them as well, but we're not eating the food till end of the game. Thank you. And you're gonna see me go into a minecart here. And the minecart, you just duck down. It's really easy. And as long as you're ducked down and you see me get some cake and some clocks, the clocks I'm actually gonna explain right now. The clocks are, you get 100 of them and you get another life. Woo! First level done. You get 100 of them, you get another life. But there is something in this game called Dream Time, which is, you'll see beds throughout the stages, to each stage. And when you jump into a bed, you go to Dream Time. And the more clocks you have, 1 second. Oh my God, I got it. Thank you. That's actually one of the hardest jumps for me. So, hype. If you end up in Dream Time and you have timer, you have a lot of clocks, the timer goes a lot longer. So, you actually, if you're playing this casually, the clocks are actually very important, but in the speed run, they are not. So, this right here, we get into a minecart, and this is pretty much the end of the second stage. Each stage is about 1 minute long. And we can probably do some donations right now as well.
Absolutely. Again, still recovering from the panic earlier. Flame and Charge sent in $50, says, no shout, I think you're the one that panicked. I beg your pardon, I was perfectly calm. Aussie with a $5 donation. That bear swiped my picnic basket!
Oh.
$10 from Backside of Water, my favorite part of the marathon. Awful Block proves that you can still have a ton of fun with a bad game if you're with the right people.
Thank you.
That is very true.
That is amazing, very true. So right here, this is the third stage of the cave area. And this stage right here is probably the most straightforward. Very simple. It doesn't look it looks a lot tougher than it is, but here we go, jump into the cart. And right here in this cart, you can actually hold the jump button. And as soon as you hold the jump button, you are ready to jump onto the basket as soon as you get out of the cart. And that will put you right at the very end of the level. And okay, there we go. So another stage done. Woo! Oh, one question I had for everyone. Did everyone remember to stretch today? There was a stretching period right before this run. Did everybody stretch? Woo! Yes? Woo! So I remember to stretch, and you can probably call me Yoga Bear. Thanks to that. Thank you very much. Thank you. I love that one. That one I loved. Thank you very much, guys. Bear with me with the jokes. I already used that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. This is the final stage of the cave capers, and after this actually comes the most difficult part of the run is the forest areas. And it is actually the part of the run that has the most likely for me to not be a bear anymore, die. So after we get into the cart here, we jump in, and then what we do is there's a bed at the end of this stage, but we don't want to jump in the bed because we go to Dream Time, which loses a lot of time. We don't want to do that. We would rather just miss it. So what we're going to do here is, as soon as we get out, we hold this, and then we cross the sign. That is the end of the second area of the game. And if you notice, at the end of every area, we have a little animation that says, "You are smarter than the average bear." Thank you very much. I am. Thank you. And this starts the next area. We have new enemies in this area called the ghosts. Ooh. That reminds me of a little joke that I have. What do I say when I'm trying to scare someone?
What is that?
Boo air! So the rabbits, if you're noticing that I'm actually pausing before each rabbit, And this is the safest strat I am doing this completely safe with the fish, because the fish jumps are, unfortunately, one of the most difficult things to do consistently. One thing to note about this run is there is no RNG. There is actually 0 RNG, and if you practice and grind this game, you can get very good at it.
It's all about precision.
It's all about precision, my friend. Thank you very much, Mr. Crazygamingdayz. And this is actually coming up one of the hardest jumps, and we got it, yes. There's actually a way to dodge in this game. Thank you, everyone. There's a way to dodge in this game where sorry, I forgot I was Yogi for a second, where I will actually duck down and can duck under enemies. So you saw me just duck down there, and right here, we're gonna do it, hopefully again, we're gonna try again to do it. 1, 2, 3. Bears can count, yes, guys. 1, 2, 3. So right here, we're gonna try it again, and we got it. Oh, no, we didn't, no. Hey, that's number 4. $20 so far. All right, so we're gonna play this fish jump safe as well. We're gonna jump like here, and here, and here, and here. Okay. Okay. There we go. The picnic baskets are your friend in this run, guys. You should always use the picnic baskets. They have food in them, but they're also very, very important to the actual run. And if you notice, there's a bit of a slowdown there. Sometimes the game does slow down. You can't do anything about that. That's a bit of a problem. Oh, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Here comes, this beginning part of this run is quite scary. So hopefully I get it, or I die. We will see right now. And we got it! Yay! Hype! Woo! So, I forgot to mention the weasels. The weasel jumps can be one of the most difficult jumps in the game because they're moving, you're moving, so your timing has to be quite perfect for them. And right now, we're gonna try to get if we get hit by the rabbits there, unfortunately you die. So you gotta be very careful because they put the rabbits, they're very, very difficult portions of the game. So here we go. Do a jump. And we have time for a couple donations if you'd like to.
Absolutely. I've got a $15 donation here from Boney. Unbearable.
Oh, thank you. Amazing joke. Thank you very much.
Cheese Soda Punch sent us $50. I can barely contain my excitement for the off block.
Yes.
And $25 from Bunch of Bears. This is your sign, sign like bears, to donate the bare minimum for a great cause. And again, remember, to help us meet some of our incentives when you put in your donation, we are still looking to meet the Show All Game Overs incentive for Dizzy Hero. We are almost halfway there. Need a little over $26,000 to get that done, so please keep those donations coming.
Okay. Thank you very much for the donations, everyone. Huge shout outs to everyone who's donated. And right now we're coming up on the end of the forest area. You see a bit of a slowdown there, right? That's it happens in this game, unfortunately. When there's too many enemies on the screen, the game slows down. So right now we're actually approaching the very end of this, and we will be going to one of my favorite portions of the game, right? Right, Crazygamingdayz?
Definitely.
One of my favorite portions of the game is the water area. And it actually has a very special place in my heart, the water area. That's the end. And I'm just gonna show you guys, look, we are smarter than the average bear. Woo! Yay! So this area right here is very important to me, very special. I had a hard time hibernating for a while, and I put this stage on and I went right to sleep. Thank you very much. That being said, you can probably do some donations.
Of course, let's take a $25 anonymous donation. Please bear with me as I'm a bit overbearing.
Oh.
But I just have to be completely barefaced about it. Bear puns are unbearable.
Love them. Thank you.
$25 in from Conundrum Core. Hey, GDQ, let's go get us some picnic baskets and crush cancer.
Let's go. All right, so you might be wondering where Boo Boo and Ranger Smith are. Ranger Smith is out fighting crime because they're building, I didn't explain the story for this, they're building a chemical plant on Jellystone Park. unfortunately. And it's our job as Yogi Bear to stop this chemical plant from being built. So what we're doing is we're running from all the way up in the mountains down to the chemical plant, the construction site, to stop the construction by riding beavers as well. And so this is the first stage of the water level. So basically, we're trying to. You see, as we pass each world, you will see that part of the construction site is being built. And by the time we get to the construction site, it will be fully built. So our job is to stop it as the most important bear. Hey! So we're at 5 hits now, $25. And this part right here, the water level might not look like the fastest because it's not. It's the slowest part of the game, unfortunately. But there are strats in this part, but most of them are pretty hard to explain. So basically, you're seeing me jump from basket to basket. The baskets are very important to give you the boost, but you actually could have fallen in there and still they lost much time. Right here, we're gonna fall in, and there's a weird concept in this game, basically, where if you fall in, if you're swimming, and you're falling while you're swimming, you're not gonna really lose momentum, if you notice that. So you wanna slowly fall while you're swimming and slowly hit the sign right here. Oh, guys, this is perfect time to tell you. Woo! It's perfect time to tell you. You see these little things on the ground? You saw that clam on the ground? That stuff is not part of the speed run. It is a point system in this game. If you look on the upper right-hand side of the screen, you will see points. You can actually, you can actually get a lot of points in this game. But unfortunately, speedruns don't need points. We need time. We need to move fast. So that's what we're doing right now. So basically, you'll see these. Those are actually one of the toughest. I mess those up a lot, unfortunately. So right there, we fall in, and we're gonna actually get to here. And we have time for a couple of donations.
Absolutely. I have a $67 donation from Anonymous.
Oh, 67.
Not a bear pun, but an animation fact. Did you know that the design reason Yogi Bear has a collar and tie was so that the animators didn't have to redraw his neck every time they had to move his head?
That is interesting.
I didn't know that. Wow.
That's actually really cool.
Very interesting.
Also, $25 into PCF from Dusty. Are you saying Yogi is donating $5 for every boo-boo?
Whoa! That was really good. That was really good. I like that one.
And $50 in from Ranger Smith. We're getting reports of bears in the park stealing clocks and running at unusual speed and strangely not eating from the picnic baskets. Please report any anomalous wildlife behavior to the National Park Services.
Woo! You will see me eat at the very end of the game. Once I take down this construction site, you will see me, and you'll see a cameo from a familiar face as well at the very end of the game. And right here is the final level of the water levels. Unfortunately, it's, once again, not the fastest, and there's not much you can do to make it go faster. But we're gonna get to the next part of the game coming up after this is actually my favorite part. We're gonna be going so fast that we might break the sound barrier. Thank you very much. Boom! And right here. Oh, hey, 35. Hey. Some of these were intentional, I'm sure. Come on, we wanna donate as much as we can. So a lot of these are intentional, right? Come on. So right here, we're gonna avoid these barrels, and we're just gonna swim to the very end, because going to the top here doesn't save you any time. It actually costs you time, because you have to swim up. And you see the clams, I'm getting points out of them, but it doesn't make a difference for the speed run because I don't need them. So right now we're gonna swim to the very end, and there is a 10-second portion of the game where Yogi has to fall. And you're gonna see him fall for 10 seconds, looking moderately adorable. But give me a second, and we got this, and we're done. Okay, we are done with the water level. This is just 10 seconds of falling. And you can see Yogi is sitting while he's falling, apparently.
I love that animation.
I love this animation. Absolutely amazing. And we're still falling.
Yogi seems very confused.
He seems very comfy. He seems very comfy. Woo! That is the fourth portion of the game. We are now at the final portion of the game. We are in the construction site to stop the evil chemical plant from being built. This is my favorite part of the game because Bear go fast. So
Bear go fast.
You will see Bear go fast here, hopefully, if I don't make mistakes. Right now, we're going, jumping. And you will see me try to avoid these new enemies. Well, I don't know if they're enemies. They're barrels.
I guess.
I guess you can count them as an enemy. What do you think, Mr. Crazygamingdayz?
I would say so.
Yes. We're gonna jump right here, and then this should be all precise and perfect. We will see. I'm gonna do a couple of half jumps, and we're gonna try to get over here so we can avoid these. This jump actually is Stunlock City. That would, because there is a bird that stunlocks you, and the barrel will also stunlock you. So basically what you want to do is that pattern I took helps you completely avoid that, and we have finished the first area of the construction site. Thank you very much, everyone. And basically, I forgot to mention earlier, there are no iframes in this game. And so if you take a hit, you can take multiple hits in this game, unfortunately. So right here, this is actually the toughest weasel jump of the game, and we got it. I'm going to play this safe and go up and jump. Oh, we did not. Hey, so $40 we're at. We got hit there. We're jumping, and basically that was supposed to avoid 2 rabbit jumps, but unfortunately I only avoided 1. The second one I took. We're gonna jump on his basket, short jump here, and then jump here, jump here, jump here, jump here, jump here, jump here, and Bear go fast, yes, and we got it. And this part right here is one of my favorite parts of the run because he goes fast. So right here, we're gonna jump to the final area. There is going to be a cheeky bird hiding behind this column. You will see it. Right here. There it is.
But you got it.
Woo!
You did get it.
The beams are there to get your vision, but okay, we have time for one more set of donations because we're in the last 2 levels.
I got you covered. $10 into PCF from the Captain Geach. How do bears keep their dens tidy? They do the bare minimum.
Oh.
Much love from the audience. I know.
Love it.
You. And more bear puns is on board as well with a $25 donation saying that these bear puns have made quite a grisly situation.
Yes.
Oh. And $10 in from Saya. If you're waiting for the right time to donate, here's Ursine. Ursine, like it's bears, okay?
Yes. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much for the donation, guys. So this level right here used to be one of the most difficult levels, but if you route it out properly, it actually is one of the easiest levels. Because if you stay up top, you can avoid everything in this level, and you can move fast. And you saw we avoided a bed there. If we have time, maybe I'll jump into one at the end. But you saw these little bear pulverizer thingies. Those can stunlock you quite a bit as well on the run. So we're on the last level, guys. So let's get some hype for the last level. Woo! Some Yogi hype. Yogi. So we're gonna start out by jumping to the top here and hope that we don't fall through, because if you fall through, it becomes bad. And yes, we did not fall through, and hopefully we can wrap up this final level now. We will see, because falling through here is absolutely a no-no. You do not want to fall through, but it's possible to. Oh my God, it fell. Okay, we can save it. We can save it. Okay, there we go. We can save it. We saved it. We're good. Woo! Woo! All right, we're on the final straightaway, final bird, and this is a good time for Yogi to leave, and sorry about that babe to come back, because we are at the timer. As soon as we cross this final finish line.
Hey!
There we go.
Is time.
And that is time. That is time, everyone. Woo! Okay, so one last thing. You see, we get the same animation, but it says, congratulations, you have saved Jellystone Park. Woo! And we get credits with Boo Boo. Yay! We finally get to eat the picnic baskets, guys. And you will notice that the music changes here a little bit. Actually, it actually goes back to, you can actually replay this entire game now and actually try to get points and stuff. And the music gets all cool and like, it's chipper and all that. But yeah, I'm just gonna do my final shout outs. Huge shout out to Crazygamingdayz, absolutely amazing speedrunner and a great friend. Huge shout out to Dynasty DN. He couldn't make it here as a my commentator. Feel better, please. Huge shout out to all my homies in the community of NWO and all the other communities like Resi runs. Huge shout out to GDQ for having me for my first ever GDQ. I was super nervous, but you guys made it absolutely amazing. Woo! I am so hyped. Thank you so much for having me here. And huge shout out to Mr. Game and Shout, absolutely amazing host and the swaggiest host I've ever seen in my life. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Stay awesome, and I'm gonna go hibernate for 8 hours. Thanks. Woo!